Aromie here. Welcome back to Code Realize Future Blessings. Today is the final episode that I'm allowed to show you guys. I hope we don't leave on a cliffhanger. If we do, I'm very sorry. If we go just a bit further, we might be able to pop in through London. I say this aloud, now pining for the friends we spent so much time with. My eyelids grow heavy and I make no effort to resist sleep's siren call. Lupin and Impy, who are reportedly still searching for something deeply important. Then Halsey and Deli, who set out to locate surviving vampires. And last but certainly not least, Victor and Cece, who stayed in London. All of them are precious and irreplaceable to me. Excuse me. If we do have the chance to visit London after seeing France, I must tell them all about our travels. I wonder how they've all spent this past year. Preparing tea and cookies too. Share with them as we chat. And then we'd knock out. Good night. Hello? Oh, hi. Your face is so up close. Good morning, Chico. The split-second sensation of softness, then a sound that sends shivers down my spine like the sizzle of broiling meat. The sweet yet terrible sensation I feel briefly on my lips tear me out of my reverie and back to reality. Right. This route we still have poison in us. Sad. So sad. Did you burn your lips for me, femme? Saint Germaine. I open my eyes and the sight of my beloved mischievously licking his lips snap into peel. Right now, did you just... Not again!
Hi. 本当は私も自重しようと思っていたのですが
I did. In all honesty, I thought strongly about exercising self-restraint, but...
うとうとと頭を揺らす姿があまりにも愛らしかったのでつい
As you drowsily nodded off, you were so I was about to say affordable. Apparently, I'm purchasable now. I'm so adorable that it just happened. Things like that do not just happen.
おや、これは失礼しました。もっと情熱的な方が好みでしたか?
Oh dear, my apologies. Perhaps you would have preferred a bit more passion? That is not an issue. Unbelievable. I told you how dangerous it is, over and over. It's far from the first time we've had this conversation. St. Germaine has been acting this way since the start of our trip. You should know better than anyone that poison still courses through my body. Yet he always comes up with an excuse to touch me. I don't know exactly why, but it seems to make him happy. And it feels almost as though he's deliberately testing the toxin that envelops me. Really?
そんなに怖い顔をしないでください。少し確認しようかと思っただけです。
No, please don't make that frightful face. I simply thought I'd check on things.
ひょっとしたらある日突然毒がなくなっているかもしれませんし。
You never know. You may suddenly wake up one morning and find yourself poison-free. That couldn't possibly.
いえいえ、わかりませんよ。奇跡というのは案外突然起きるもの。
No, we really can't say. Miracles occur more frequently than you might imagine.
だからもう一度試してみましょう。今度はもっと優しく、じっくりと。
This man's a pervert. And so I must check once more. This time I shall be more gentle, more thorough. St. Germaine's lips draw closer. Though under the spell of his almost frighteningly coercive manner, I push him away and raise my voice. No means no, fam. She said it. No means no. 5 minutes of lecturing later, after enduring my stern reproval, St. Germaine folds his arms across his chest and says,
あなたもだんだんとかわすのが上手くなってきましたね。
You're getting much better at skirting my advances.
これは取り急ぎ、次の手段を考えなくては。
It seems I must devise a new approach with all haste. I'd really prefer you not devise anything. St. Germaine insists the regenerative powers granted by his former immortality remain, but my poison is truly dangerous. Seeing him smile without any hint of hesitation, I grow even more concerned about how to handle things. I wonder if there isn't any way to make him restrain himself. My deep sigh is interrupted by a voice calling out from across the deck.
おお、そこにいるのはさっきのお嬢ちゃんじゃねえか。
Oh, ain't that the young miss from the galley?
厨房ではありがとうよ。おかげさんで助かったぜ。
Thanks for your help back there. You saved us, you did.
Hmm?
The galley. Ah, they seemed rather busy when I passed by the galley, so I helped out a bit, peeling potatoes for the midday meal.
いやー、ありがてえありがてえ。他の連中も大喜びだったからな。
Core couldn't be more thankful. All the other lads were happy too.
こんなおっさんが一人で作るより、若い姉ちゃんの手が入ってる方が100倍うまくなるってな。
Oh my god. This sea talk. A lovely lady lass like yourself helping out. Lunch will be 100 times better than if this old sawed ad done the peeling. Now they're just exaggerating.
そっちの兄ちゃんも今日の昼食は楽しみにしとけよ。
Right then, you two young men, save some room for the midday meal. I can do little but smile awkwardly as crew members disperse with jolly ways. After the last of them saunter off, I turn to look up at Saint Germaine's face.
手伝いですか？
Helped out, did you? Is something wrong, Saint Germaine?
ああ、いいえ。あなたも変わったなと思いまして。
No, it just occurred to me that you've changed.
以前ならたとえ手袋越しでも料理の手伝いなど気が引けていたでしょうし。
Even with gloves on, you used to be intimidated by things such as lending a hand with cookery. If I have changed, it's all thanks to you, not to mention the rest of our friends. After the confrontational idea, you were determined that I live, even if it meant sacrificing yourself. That's why I want to live up to your choice. I want to look toward the future together.
そうですか。
I see.
とても喜ばしいことですね。こうしてあなたの世界がどんどんと
That is the
広がっ
most
ていくの
wonderful thing. Your perception of the world is growing broader with every passing day. Both of us fell silent, gazing out at the endless blue expanse of the ocean. The dazzling sea ebbs and flow, glinting in the sunlight. The sparkling azure depths reminds me strongly of the gem embedded in my chest. The horologium, source of infinite energy, a cursed gem that even now pulses as a surrogate for my natural heart, and beckons people unto their deaths. By rights, ideas should have destroyed the seed of calamity and me along with it, but the painful sight of Saint Germaine repudiating ideas' mandate to protect me will forever be burned into my memory. Today we defeated Guinevere, most powerful of the apostles of idea, Omnibus, a quest to Saint Germaine's desperate plea, showing us the slightest grace. Her condition was that we find a way to might live without the horologium. The truth of the matter is, idea is simply turning us a temporary blind eye. If we are unable to find a way, all that awaits me is a cruel burial. The search for clues is a large part of why we travel from country to country, but
そんな顔をしないでください。心配はいりませんよ。
it mustn't look so melancholy. You have nothing to worry
あの
about.
時約束したでしょ。あなたと生きる手段を見つけ出すと。
Did I not make my solemn promise that day? I will find a way to live with you. I know, but it's been a full year since we set out on this trip around the world. We haven't even the hint of a clue yet. It's hard not to worry faced with that fact. During our travels, we visited countless renowned physicians, yet all of them were unanimous in their opinion. Even the latest medical advances could not plumb the depths of the horologium.
大丈夫。まだたったの1年です。
It will be fine. It's only been a year.
医者がダメだったとしても別のアプローチもありますし、諦めるにはいささか早すぎますよ。
If physicians fail us, there are other routes to follow. It's far too early to give up. I realize that, but
それにこうは考えられませんか？
besides, dear Michiko, perhaps you might think of it this way.
未来が見えるオムニブスは可能性がゼロであればそもそも我々に機会すら与えてくれないでしょう。
Omnibus is able to see the future. If she augured your chances being zero, we would never have been afforded this opportunity.
にもかかわらず今こうして私たちが自由に動くことを許してくれている。
And indeed she allows us
と
to
いう
act
こと
freely,
は
as we are now, meaning there is some sort of possibility.
ええ。本来ならオムニブスが無視していただろうスーパー銭湯の未来。
Yes, A future resting on a scant percentage omnibus would usually ignore.
今はまだ見えてこなくとも、それは必ずやどこかにあるはずです。
Even if it does not exist yet present to itself, even if it does not yet present itself to us, it must exist somewhere. I know, you're right, you are. Perhaps Saint Germain's words were intended mainly to ease my mind, but no matter how low the possibility may be, if the man I love says it exists, I believe him. A nod shoring up my conviction, Saint Germain gently caresses my hair, his voice barely more than a whisper.
それに、私とてあてもなく国を巡っていたわけではありません。
And it's not as though traveling through these many countries has been without purpose for me personally.
医者巡りに並行してここまで彼の足跡を順に巡った結果、残された心当たりは
Whilst visiting physicians, I have also been tracing his footsteps, and only one likely local remains. His? I tilt my head quizzically, but Saint Germain only turns to look out over the ocean.
この船がフランスへ着いた後、私たちはパリ方面に向かいます。
After the ship arrives in France, we'll be making our way to Paris. Ooh. Alright, the city of love. City, right? Fuck. Don't attack me. I don't know my geography. I get cities and countries confused, alright? Cities and states. Whatever, fuck. Are we gathering information there?
そうです。パリの中心部近くには私の屋敷もありますし。
So we are. My manse is near the city, the center of Paris as well.
あの町はロンドンと並び称されるほどの人と情報の集まる大都市ですから。
The city ranks alongside London as a metropolis replete with both people and information.
もっとも行く前に少々寄り道をする予定ですが。
That said, I do plan on taking an petit tour first. A detour where?
古いつてがありまして。
To see an old connection. Saint Germain's expression appears nostalgic, though I could tell he chose his words carefully.
私はイデアの使徒として幾千年もの長きにわたって人の歴史を見守ってきました。
As an apostle of ideas, safeguarded the history of mankind for untold thousands of years.
その中でもあなたの父親アイザック・ベックフォードは一二を争う天才でしょう。
In that span of time, your father Isaac Beckford may have been the greatest genius I ever knew.
彼が現代のプロメテウスと呼ばれるのは決して誇張ではない。
The appellation modern-day Prometheus was certainly not an overstatement.
ですが長い人の歴史においてアイザックに匹敵する頭脳の持ち主もわずかですが確かに存在しました。
In the long history of man, there have been minds that matched his, however few.
私の知る彼もそんな中の一人。
The man I speak of is one of them. Saint Germain speaks tersely. Eyes open wide, he stares blankly out at the farthest reaches of the ice.
ヘルメス・トリスメギストス。イデアの使徒の一員だった男ですよ。
I don't know how to pronounce that. He just said that out loud, and I don't know how to pronounce it. Hermes Trismegistus? An apostle of idea, erstwhile that is. That word, the name. An ancient alchemist of such renown, it is said that to study the discipline is to know his name. Known as the father of the craft, more legends surround him than might be believed. Trismegistus achieved total omniscience. He penned over 35,000 books. What the fuck? He lived a lifespan of over 3,000 years. Oh.
とまあ信憑性のない逸話なら事欠かない人物ではありますが。
And so on. It cannot be said the man lacks for implausible tales attached to his name.
すべてとは言わないまでもイデアの使徒であった以上、その一部は間違いのない事実です。
I cannot profess them all, but as he was once an apostle of ideas, some of them are unmistakable fact. So did he also give up his powers and passed away? Did you buy out his house? A few days passed and we arrived safely at port, finally making landfall in France. Having procured an automobile, we head straight to our destination. Trismegistus, legendary alchemist. So someone like that is a member of IDEA.
正確にはいたですかね。もう彼が亡くなって久しいですから。
More accurately was. I suppose it's been some time since he passed away. I'm wondering how that happened. Like, why is it was? Was there like 2 apostles of ideas? Or like, is Saint Germaine just downplaying it sometime? As in like fucking years since Saint Germaine's been the apostle of idea or whatever fuck of whatever he was. I feel like it's never mind, I can't say that reference. It's kind of a spoiler. But anyway, this is where we're gonna stop for Code Realize Future Blessings. It's the short amount that I have. I am very happy we actually completed one route at least, which is Van Helsing's, and we got to show you a little bit of Saint Germaine. If you guys have already played this game before, definitely tell me who you ended up picking as your top favorite. Has it changed from your original top favorite? And if you haven't played this game before, tell me who you would personally want to go after first. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. I have plenty of more series that I have to record, so there's gonna be tons of content rolling out your way slowly but surely. But thank you guys for supporting me, and thank you for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the future.